Welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast Show. It's episode 78. It's November the 3rd, 2012.
12.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast. I am Christian from Game Design Reviews, Game Design Scrapbook, and of course our wonderful teamwork Monster Hunter Podcast. And today I have a wonderful collection of great, awesome, and amazing and intimidating fighters with me. We have, of course, our wonderful... What? Intimidating? I'm intimidated by you guys. That's how I feel always when I go bathing together, especially if it's like a cross-gender bathtub. So we have the wonderful Nexella. How are you doing, Nexella?
Hello, I'm doing well.
What is the motivation for today's podcast?
Well, recently Roy from Kotowari produced his beginner's guide for Monster Hunter.
Oh yes, indeed. So that's our special wonderful guest. It's Roy from Kotowari in his Japanese title. What's in the Japanese name that you have there?
It's actually Akina.
Akina. Oh.
The Japanese characters for it, if you were to write it in kanji, have like the letters for fall in them, and this game's so fall themed, so it just made sense, you know.
Jeez, Roy, you're like bringing this podcast on a totally different level. That's like amazing. We should have you more often on the show.
Wait, what's your cat's name though?
My cat is named Kojiro. And I was in the market for a boomerang cat, and I just couldn't say no to a cat named Kojiro because it's just such a dramatic name for such a silly little boomerang throwing cat.
He should have a first name is Hideo Kojiro.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes, and of course that voice that you just heard was from our wonderful Nick, also known as Putty, who will be will be the comic relief of this podcast.
What?
I would see.
I am a dead serious person.
Of course he will bring the sociological aspect into the show, because there are, of course, a lot of questions we would like to address in this episode. But first we have to also have to drink some sake, and then we're gonna get some. There's some monsters which have been abusing us, and we have to show them who's boss.
This game's about bullies and trolls on the internet.
Yes. They've been flaming on the feminist frequency forums, and we have to show them what's boss.
So the boss we're going to fight right now is that guy from Reddit.
the one, he got fired.
Yeah, I would have hoped so.
Yeah, it's kind of that's kind of like, I don't know. Would you like to have this kind of guy working for your company?
Oh wait, what's this story that you guys are talking about right now?
What's his name? Was it Killenkrantz or something like that?
Something like this. Some kind of... I'm not that often on Reddit, so I'm not really familiar with that. So I think, Nick, you are more qualified to talk about this.
So he was a Redditor, and he was kind of a terrible sort of... kind of what you would expect from an internet poster. You know? White male, kind of a jerk, insensitive to a lot of things. And... he got unmasked by somebody on, was it Gawker? Or was it...
oh, wait, I think I do know this story now.
Yeah. And, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He's like a god-tier troll, and
Yes.
Yeah, he just puts the worst stuff ever on the internet, that guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he created intentional offensive subreddits and where people were supposed to post stuff.
Hey, there's a Tigrex.
Yeah, are we going for the Tigrex first or the Urigan first?
Why not both?
You mean divide our forces like it's a horror movie?
I'm gonna go where the word in paintball is.
Okay.
I'm like a paintball homing missile.
Why am I hammering Tigrex?
Don't worry about it.
What brought me to I haven't played this game since like last Halloween.
We haven't been playing Portable Third for quite a long time. And of course, we also haven't been recording too often in the HD versions, which you can see if you are looking at my stream right now, which I still feel it looks really, really gorgeous. I mean, generally, Portable Third is such a wonderful, beautiful
I know,
game.
I agree. It's so much easier on the eyes than, like, Try looks so muddy after I play this game.
Yeah, like because of the lots of bloom, and Freedom Unite is just has like this very muted, very there's not so much detail in the environments.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it was the end of the PlayStation games.
oh gosh, I'm just getting smashed by this guy. That's kind of like a subspecies Tigrex, isn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be the hardest monster in this game, right?
Oh gosh,
His roar is just crazy.
Oh god!
He gets mad.
Are you guys all here now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna work on paralyzing him.
Okay.
I just realized that I'm not really capable of doing the claw on the controller.
That's the like, because everyone's freaking out about the Nintendo console and whatnot. It's like, you should never have gotten used to the claw. So now I win.
You never got used to the claw?
I've never done the claw in my life ever for any reason.
Wow, that's pretty bows of you.
But I like the claw.
Oh
I like
gosh,
the claw too.
You don't like the
Weapons
claw.
bad.
You're just used to the claw.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
You're absolutely right.
people learning Japanese. They're like, I like hiragana more. Like, no, that's the thing you learned first.
That's the easier thing.
Oh god, oh, did I not die? I escaped. Eat that,
Nick
Tigrex.
survives. How's the Tigrex called? Is it like a black Tigrex or
Yeah.
Yeah,
is that
it's
the
Black
name?
Tigrex.
I need to sharpen my hammer, guys. Hold on.
Oh crap!
Gosh,
I
I
forgot this.
haven't been.
Watch out for the
What?
roar.
I forgot this
No?
game has. You actually have to time your great sword draw. It's supposed to Freedom Unite.
Yeah, I'm like completely not used to the double swords either. So I'm like doing like very stupid stuff right now.
I'm not even trying for his head because I'm so afraid.
Yeah, but this actually brings us to one of the topics we want to discuss. There was like this recently. There was this wonderful some kind of event where the new Monster Hunter game was presented for the first time to journalists and fans, and there was like this article about the journalist who was playing this game, and he obviously wasn't like a very experienced player for Monster Hunter, and then like people were like stressing him out and telling him what to do and what not to do and how badly he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
for the guide, I always thought the cool thing about Kotowari's guide was that it's for people like him. People who haven't played before, and it's like, hey, here's some helpful suggestions on how to make your thing, how to not make those people mad.
Yep.
Okay, so before we get into that, I think Kotowari then has to explain perhaps what the guide is.
Okay, so...
So-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Make your pitch.
Well, basically,
Pitch it!
I've always, like, been one of the types of people that I play games and I seem to just, like, figure out little tricks and stuff. So I'd always been interested in writing guides. And, lately I've been so into Monster Hunter, and I recently started playing Portable Third, probably, like, I don't know, a month or two ago. And as I was playing it, I was realizing, like, I was doing a lot of the same things I did when I started, like, Try and Freedom Unite. Like, I had literally formulaic ways of getting my character up to the max rank, and I realized since it's the same in every game, it makes sense that there should be like a guide explaining how to do it in any of the games rather than just one of them. So Sarah and I, who's my co-host on the podcast, we decided we wanted to try to utilize both of our talents. Like, she's the artist, and I'm more the writer. So I basically spent about a month or two playing Portable Third and just thinking, like, about what it took to get to that point where I had done basically everything, and I recorded the whole process and tried to turn it into a guide, basically explaining like this is the best way to do it. This is how to, not the best way, I guess. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, it was not like really the best way, but more like these are. Wow,
fast.
He's dead already. Wow. So these are like some starters, so some basics to get you started and work in this world.
Yeah. So it's about 60 pages. She drew the art, I wrote the words, and it's designed for people who have not played Monster Hunter at all. And it walks you through everything from gathering to armor skills to hunting with other players. There's even like a little bit with combinations, and like item preparation. Like everything is covered. At least I believe so. And yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun writing it, and I think it's pretty awesome.
So where people can get this guide and how can they get this guide?
Well, we opened an online store which is called Culty, and the website for it is weloveculty.com. And the guide's like, you can get it several different ways right now. I'm not sure when this episode's going to go up, because we have a few
should go up
limited
next week sometime.
Okay. Well, we had for the first week we had a launch promotion where if you bought this certain combo pack, it came with essentially like everything, like a printed version of the guide, because we have it both print and digital. Like if you have like an ebook or something. The ebook version is $9. That's like the basic version. The print one includes a print of Nyan Jiro, which is that little guy who rides on the barrel in Portable Third. So you get the physical guide, the Nyan Jiro print, and you also get a digital version of the guide, and that's like $35. And the prints themselves are $30, so it's really like you're paying $5 for the physical. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the ways you can find it.
And do you ship like internationally, or how do you ship this stuff? Because of course, for me, it's interesting to if somebody who like me who would be able to get this kind of the physical guide.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I tried.
We do ship internationally. It was actually free shipping to the U.S. and internationally we just charge $5 extra for shipping, because everything's so light. It's essentially paper. So if you were in Germany and you wanted a copy, you could get one.
All right, and just I was wondering because you sent us some preview copies, and I was like wondering what format is it when you print it out? How big is the actual thing?
It's perfect bound. I would imagine.
No, it's not going to be perfect bound. It's like we're getting it printed at a place that they print like comics. Perfect binding would have been like way too expensive.
Yeah, for 50 pages probably it's not really practical, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, what was there another question, or was it just the binding?
Yeah. How big it is? Like what format is it?
I think it's like 5 1/4 by 7 1/2 or something.
Oh, that's something that completely doesn't help me. So what is it like compared to like an A4 or A5?
It's
page?
about half the size of a A4.
Okay,
like
so
an
it's
A4,
like an A5.
A4 folded in half.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that's A5.
Okay.
You guys know your paper. I'm impressed.
For some reason, like the DIN formats are like super like very common and very well known in Germany. Like every child knows what an A5 means.
Oh.
That's kind of weird.
I do a lot of printing.
Well, but I guess you guys have like the US letter format and stuff like that, which is like kind of.
Thanks,
like
Benjamin Franklin.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like the Europeans work with at least the Germans work with A formats.
But,
so it would be like an A5, so like a half of an A4 or half of a usual US letter format. So I guess like a comic book. That's the size, right?
It's like, I think it's actually just an 8 1/2 by 11, like folded in half, I believe.
Yeah. It should be. That's what comics usually are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another inspiration I had for the guide was there's so many people I had talked to who'd been like yeah, I tried Monster Hunter because like a friend told me to play it, and they got my hunter rank up really high, and then I was stuck. Like I didn't have the appropriate armor or skills, and I couldn't play anymore. So that was like a thing that I think stopped a lot of new players, because their friends tried to get them into it. They tried to help them out, but really by trying to help, they were actually hurting them a little bit. So I think this guide, if you are trying to get a friend into Monster Hunter, this would be the best way to do it, rather than just being like, okay, we're gonna grind your hunter rank up and have you fight a Devil Joe with leather armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be a cool present actually to give them to get them started.
Yeah,
I thought maybe
that's what I'm
because
thinking.
it's also like very nice looking. That's what I was kind of really blown away by. It's like they're like custom illustrations, and they really help to make this like very accessible and then very pleasant to just sift through and read it.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, we definitely wanted it to have its own look, because. And we didn't want to copy the Monster Hunter aesthetic too much.
Yeah. It's like not really like the Monster Hunter look. You have like your very own style, like the Kotowari style, the kind of style that people should be familiar with if they have been watching My Fair Hunter and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's interesting to note that like I have a bunch of friends who make guides, and I know that they pitched a Monster Hunter guide to like Prima, Brady Games, and they straight up said it does not sell enough units.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Which, I mean, it's not surprising, but still.
I read an article recently about the whole game guide writing industry, and it sounds very, like, cutthroat. It's if the game doesn't sell, and the guide doesn't sell, then they're probably not going to make another one.
Yeah.
Well, because the audience you're addressing is just so limited, because it's just the people who bought the game, so if the game doesn't sell, then that just immediately... like shortens the amount of people who will even buy the game, and I guess then you have like huge amount of competition from websites who just create guides for free or for like game facts or stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's such a short window where your product's actually worth like full price.
Yeah, that's true. And then even then, the printing cost is still like very high because everything has been full color, and there's like even lots of information that has to be put in there. Wow, we've defeated this Oregon as well. We are Bowsers, even though we have like no idea how to play this game.
Speaking of ways to get more guides to sell, is to do something like Kotowari did, which is here's a way to acclimate new players to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And like this particular game, like Portable Third, was the entire intent for it seemed to be get new players into the Monster Hunter world.
I was looking through some of questions that people were asking, I think, somewhere. And so one of the questions I wanted to really make sure that people understand like who is this for, because like we have a lot of listeners who have been playing Monster Hunter for such a long time, and I really want to make sure that they have a good feel for what's in this guide, because I think for many people I think this guide would be probably a little bit too basic.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody who watches this show religiously. It probably bore the pants off of you.
Yeah, so what kind of topics do you address? So can you give me like a short overview?
Of like what's covered in the guide? Mm-hmm. Well, we start with like gathering and farming. I really want to stress the importance of that because there's so many people. I remember when I first started Try, so many people ignored the offline and they just wanted to get to the online as soon as possible. And I felt like they were kind of missing out on this like foundation of items, and they were always in need of, say, honey or god bugs or some crucial item that if they had, they'd do a lot better on a quest, but due to their impatience, they just didn't come prepared. So I really stress that, and then I talk a lot about item preparation, because I think, depending on what you have in your item bag when you leave on a quest, that could really mean the difference between victory and success. So throughout the guide, whenever we come upon like a certain situation, I say like I have like inventory callouts which explain, in this instance, here are some items that you'll definitely want to have on hand. So like say if it's a gathering, or I'm sorry, like a capture quest for instance, then I talk about you want to bring traps, trank bombs, and materials to make more traps. But since the guide doesn't cover any specific version of Monster Hunter, there's like notes also explaining that capture quests are only in Monster Hunter Try.
Yes.
So it's not only teaching you, the basics of the game, but it also tries to give you a feel for all the different versions of the game and how they're different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What else?
And also I saw that there's like this wonderful list of like different weapons and what are like the pros and cons of each individual weapon.
Yeah, we don't talk about like move, like the move sets for the weapons at all, but I just try to give like a brief overview of their drawbacks and like what they excel at.
Mm-hmm.
I try to talk about the arena and like ways to increase your skills with a weapon, because it'd be just about impossible to list the moveset for every weapon for every game.
Yeah.
So I kind of more focus on here's how you can learn to use a weapon or teach yourself. So I encourage people to, spend time in the arena, because I feel like that's, for me, in Unite, that was when I really started to kind of expand my horizons, was when I was forced to learn other weapons against monsters that I normally wouldn't fight them with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also like a very quick and easy way to get you like all set up without having to fumble around with your equipment and stuff.
Exactly. And you get good gear out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
All right. What else?
What else do I cover?
Yeah.
I think after armor skills and weapons, sharpness, like the importance of sharpness. I don't go into any like formulas like with numbers or anything. Just explain like sharpness affects raw damage and elemental damage and things like that. Talk about elemental damage, but all of it is again without the formulas, because I think that's really I know like people who watch the show, they love the formulas, I'm sure, but to new players I think that's when it gets like it starts to get a little too heavy. So I try to avoid that as much as possible.
I'm not bothering about the formulas, because I think that's just crazy.
Yeah. And then we talk about monsters, like just fighting monsters is basically a whole chapter, which I suppose it deserves to be. But how you can break parts, what limping means.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. I thought like
did you
like if they're tired and if they're like enraged and stuff like this like sensibilizing people for paying attention to subtle cues.
Did you put exhaustion?
I did talk. Yeah, we talk about exhaustion, and we mentioned that it's try and forward.
Yeah.
You also mentioned that you talked a little bit about skills, about armor skills.
Yeah, that was a really hard section, because I really wanted to do it justice, because I know that's one of the big challenges for new players.
Yeah.
So I included like a mock-up of your status when you're looking at your own armor skills. And you know how it shows the like accumulation of points across all your different pieces of armor.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that along with like an explanation of, you need to have at least 10 positive or negative to activate a skill. Negative being a detrimental skill, positive being a beneficial skill. I tried to make that section more visual than too wordy, especially since it was kind of just repeating the same thing over and over. I don't know. What did you guys think of that section? Did it kind of make it clear enough? It's really hard coming from our point of view, I know, because we already have an understanding of it.
I think your inclusion of like tips and tricks from actual people who've played the game helped for that section. Like I remember
that was really cool.
You had one quote for someone. He was like explaining his experience with learning how he learned how armor skills works, and I think that quote really helped clarify the armor skills section.
Good. Yeah, we actually asked all of our podcast viewers to submit like if they could go back in time and tell themselves like one tip for when they were a beginner, what would they tell themselves? And a number of people, I think Christian, even you said the armor skill system. Yeah. So. Yeah,
that's what I was. That's why I was asking about this. I think I missed the armor skill sections, and that I was kind of the opinion. I thought that you didn't mention it, and I was kind of surprised to hear that there is a section in there after all. I will have to read the guide a little bit more carefully.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, for you guys, that must be so boring to read through it. But
Well, I find it quite interesting because it's I'm a graphic designer as well, so you know, just layout and stuff like it's just that fascinates me because I think it clearly shows that you put a lot of effort into it and like to make sure that it's visually coherent and that it's explained very, very well. And I like now that I know that it's A5 and then it makes totally sense. Like the font is very big, so you can like put it on an iPad and without having to like get it very close to you. You can just put it like next to you while you're playing the game and stuff like that.
Everyone have hot drinks?
Oh yeah, I have to get hot drinks.
And I'm particularly fond of the art style. I think my favorite like drawing in the entire guide is the part where you're talking about how you should take note of every monster's like little habits and stuff. Mm-hmm. And you have like a picture of your hunter, and she's writing stuff on like a little notepad. Kuropecco's dancing in the background.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's adorable.
Everybody, you know, you're like the third or fourth person that's told us that's your favorite image. Well, I'm glad you liked it. No, that is one of my favorite pictures too. We were like just basically after I had written everything, we went through it and we were like, where do we want images? What do we want them of? And we came across that section. Like Sarah notoriously loves the Kuropecco, so
It's a good monster.
it was the first thing that came to her head.
She's no bad taste. She used to love the Kutku.
Well, in Monster Hunter 4, there's going to be probably some more opportunity to draw the Kotku.
See, Kutku is like loving just this terrible thing that only you find sort of adorable. Pekko's like actually cute. You're like not tragically adorable. It's just adorable.
Hey, they're both here.
I know what you mean. Like I think like Kotku is more like Tart, the
grumpy
cat.
Oh god.
He's like ugly, but in some way like totally adorable in the way that he's ugly.
It's the face only a mother could love.
Exactly. Have you seen on the website? The Tart has actually a website.
Yeah.
And they like explain like his entire family and like his medical condition that makes him look like this. It's really like there's like an incredible amount of backstory with this cat.
But I think it's a she.
Yes, it's a she. Yeah, that's also.
She's just awesome.
She's really amazing, and I also like how the internet is slowly evolving into like we started out with just some random pictures of cats, but now we have like cat celebrities like Maru and Tart and like all this. I wonder where this is going.
Maru is the best of all cats. Really.
He's the king.
Yeah,
I really like the. I really like the black cat. I forgot what name is this from Le Chat Noir.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah, Henry, exactly. He's amazing. He's like a great Twitter channel.
Mi français is perfect. I'm not gonna lie, Kristen and I will probably watch one of those almost every day.
Do you guys mind if I dung bomb one of these things here?
What?
Or do you do you want to fight them both? Arena style.
Dung bombs away.
Watch out!
What's going on? Oh!
He said, "Watch out!"
What? How many monsters are here? What's going on? Is that a plane?
Yeah. What was that? Is everybody here still?
Was that the return of Sandy?
I think
And
that's
Nexala was
a
hit by
plane.
Sandy.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
it's Superman.
That's gonna be in my audio file.
I'm looking forward to editing the.
You just have to. You just have an airplane fly across the screen. You just cut the stock footage from Top Gun.
Highway to the danger zone. And also, I could put like maybe the
You could just if you can get
the
Maru's
beach ball.
face, Maru just flies across the screen
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
into a box.
Exactly, like that's now we got this.
What is that? What is that? Oh my god!
It's Maru.
Gosh,
Why am
making
I
stakes without
bouncing
musing
off
is so difficult.
Because he's got ice armor.
Oh.
I really like fighting this Ignactor. It's so much more enjoyable than the regular Ignactor.
You think so? I think this guy is a horrible pain in the ass.
I see. The thing that I like about him is it's so easy to hit his chest. And that's why I always greatsword and I just hit him in the chest, hit him in the chest. I don't even bother with breaking his claw.
This guy's nice because he's kind of laser happy, which I think if I could shoot lasers, I would be pretty laser happy too.
Would you rather have the fire laser or the ice laser, though?
Well, I always like the ice beam in Metroid, so I'm going to go with that.
Oh man, Ice Beam Metroid. Oh gosh, let's bring back flashbacks. I have like the collector's edition on Wii. I really need to play this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Prime?
I love the Prime games.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends actually did almost all of the sound in 3.
Oh really?
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
He worked for a retro at the time.
Man, the sound design of that game is so awesome. Especially like the music for the first Prime, like this. That's such a great, such an iconic sound.
He used to tell me how he made a lot of his sounds. It was like, no way, you didn't use a cow. But
oh wow! Well, it totally sounds like a cow.
He was the DJ for my wedding, and then now he lives in California.
This must be the best wedding ever. I saw the video of the wedding, and that was already pretty amazing.
Yeah, everyone loves Mumford and Sons.
Well, yeah, the music really makes it. No, of course, the wonderful couple.
Nice recovery. Oh.
So Roy, coming back to the topic of your wonderful guide.
Sure.
There was one thing I wanted to address because I heard people like asking questions about this, and I feel like nowadays we have like everybody takes for granted that stuff is for free on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever somebody like asks for money for something, like on Kickstarter, people are like, you could do this for free as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, how did you arrive at the cost that of the guide? Because how do you derive at the price? What goes into it for you to create this guide to really make sure that people understand, where what kind of costs and effort is involved in this guide.
Well, first of all, we decided not to make it free because part of why I decided to create this product was because I lost my job recently. So I was like, I gotta do something, and I didn't really want to go back to a desk job. So we wanted to basically try to start a business, and can't do that if we're just giving stuff away. So what we tried to do is make it like $9 to me is like that's a negligible amount of money for a lot of people for the digital guide, and a lot of people have portable devices, so making a product that works for it, like you could load up GameFAQs on your Kindle or your iPad or whatever, but I think that this is a more impressive looking product, and also if it's a gift, which was our intent. It's much more impactful to give someone something that's not a GameFAQs guide, I guess.
Yeah, like because the GameFAQs guys have like this, I don't know, like culture of creating like this text file, just plain text files.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult sometimes to find the right information because you have to sometimes scroll through like pages of like some tables, some hit point tables and stuff like that. And they like try to also like cover all of the topics of the entire game, which might be like very intimidating for first time players.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can understand like a lot of people probably being like, "Oh, I'll just get it for free. I'll just look it up." Like, and yeah, you can do that, and that's fine. But I think that there's a lot more to the guide than just like the fact that we cover all the different versions of the game is something you're not going to find on GameFAQs either. I don't believe that there's a lot of other.
Help me!
Oh my gosh!
Help
do you want me to dung or just?
I'm hitting it.
Help me!
Does hitting it in the back help?
Rest in peace.
So that's actually a good question.
No!
So if the Giganox is eating you, does hitting it in the back helps, or do you have to hit him in the head?
You either
You
have
to
flinch
it
him.
somehow.
Yeah.
Or you
Okay.
throw poop at it.
Usually I wear really heavy armor, so those things don't bother me, but then I remembered I'm wearing cloth armor right now. So It made me a little sad after I died, but only my pride was hurt in that exchange.
You could have tried struggling.
I did. I actually escaped from it as I died.
That's unfortunate.
So I was asking about the price for the guide because I was actually struggling with this kind of question myself as I was releasing my game Trauma, and it's kind of like very difficult, especially for digital stuff, like stuff that is just not something that you can touch. It's kind of very difficult to put a price on it, and especially if it's something that you put a lot of effort into it, but it's actually not really that super long, like such exhaustive kind of thing. Like trying to put a price on like quality can be something very, very difficult. Go ahead.
Oh, and you're absolutely right. That I think that there's so many people on the internet that their thought is like, if I can get it for free, then everything should be free. But it's like I just think that the community has been really supportive. So I think that there are enough people out there that are willing to support something like this or something similar that's trying to help them. I mean, we're trying to help monster hunters, not just new ones, but existing monster hunters, by creating more people to hunt with, more competent people to hunt with. So, I mean, I hope that makes sense.
And also, it's really something that we have to stress out. I mean, this guide is also printed. Mm-hmm. So you can actually have a version that you can actually touch and stuff like that, and that is just elevates it to like this completely different category, because it's so difficult sometimes to get stuff printed to stuff that just is digital, just sometimes just doesn't translate well into a printed product.
Yeah. And
there's like so much hassle involved with preparing it for print and making sure that all the colors are right and all the fonts are legible and stuff like that, and all the graphics work well.
You just go for Arial. I like that Arial font.
For example, I was like recently, I was just a little bit annoyed because there was this wonderful text adventure called Cypher, and they had they did it like old school text adventure style, because they had like so-called feelies. So they were like old text adventures used to have like all the stuff from within the game for you to touch, like menus of restaurants and stuff like that. They were like included in the game. Like as physical objects, as printed objects, and they kind of went for the same thing, except all the things that they prepared are like PDFs that you would download, and there was actually not a printed version.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not really a feelie, That's kind of like, and even if you print it on your own printer, it will never have like this kind of quality that like really good print has.
Yeah, I think that'll be a selling point to some people. I know I like to have a physical product, like a physical guide when I if I'm going to have any kind of resource. Yeah. I prefer printed, but I do find myself using like online wikis a lot. But even with a wiki, you have to know the information that you want to get out of it.
Yeah. So there's not like a section like getting started on a wiki, or even if there is, it's like very difficult to get information out of it. Just maybe as a final note, the thing that the guide reminded me most was. You guys also had like Nintendo Power, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and that actually recently had like this final episode. So back in the days, I used to only have a Game Boy and not a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or something like that. But I used to like obsessively read like Nintendo Power, because they had like this sometimes like these features where they would like show a guide of the first level of a game. Like with those wonderful maps made out of screenshots, and explain like all the items you get and all the menus and stuff like that. And I was like read them obsessively and just dream up how awesome it would be to play all those games and what I would do first and stuff like that. So that's kind of the feeling, the kind of vibe that this guide also, I think, communicated to me very very strongly.
Yeah, I actually remember getting Nintendo Power specifically because I wanted like one of the guides that they had.
Yeah.
I just wanted Dragon Warrior. Because they originally started selling it with Dragon Warrior. Like, if you got a subscription, they'd send you the game. Like, oh, hey, thanks.
Yeah,
that's what they did in America. That's amazing.
Yeah, they did that with Legend of Zelda Master Quest too.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff, guys. So we did this wonderful. Wow, we are doing quite well in this game.
Only I died.
That's not a shame, Patty. I'm kind of amazed that I'm still alive. I probably did horrible. I can't even remember what I did during this quest.
Can I change my skin in Minecraft finally?
No.
Ah, yay.
No. Denied.
I don't know what it is about Portable Third, but it really is kind of like an ego booster, you know? It's like
yeah, it is.
It's just their way of making it harder, I think, is to have just more monsters and like weird combinations.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah. Well, people say that the game is easier, and it's certainly true. But I think I feel like because I'm especially playing like G rank on Freedom Unite. It's just such a frown town kind of experience. Like, oh man,
Christian, the way you play makes me cry, Christian.
Yeah, the way I play makes me also cry.
I think the change in difficulty is like due to a number of things. Part of it is like the obvious fixed hitboxes, reduced damage, things like that. But then there's also, I guess, more subtle features like the improved weapon movesets, especially with Portable Third.
And the stuff like that monsters get now exhausted.
Yeah.
I feel that's like a very big point because like in the old game you used to be able to go for ages with the same monster without them actually changing anything. They just got maybe enraged and that they got harder.
Yeah, I think Tigrex is like one of the monsters that's like highly criticized about that feature. Because in Freedom Unite he was crazy. He just run everywhere.
Yes.
But now he gets tired and trips over himself, stuff like that.
Well, did you guys play the original at all?
Nope.
So
The
original Monster Hunter.
Oh no, I haven't.
No,
I
I
have it
haven't played it either.
on the PS3. I have it on a CD.
But
DVD.
if you play it and you get up to Rathalos, you will learn how difficult that game used to be. Because it used to be that he would take off and literally fly to like 3 different zones, land for about 2 minutes, and then start flying around again. So like fighting him, you had to slowly wear him down over like a 20-30 minute period, and like you probably were only fighting him for maybe 5 minutes.
We should do maybe one episode with Monster Hunter Freedom.
No.
Why not? It should still work on Ad Hoc Party, shouldn't it?
I guess. I haven't played it at all, though. And then,
I have like the first rank quest or something. I did so.
You guys can just download custom save data.
You know what Freedom had? Like in Freedom, when you went to the farm and you farmed stuff, you had to have all the stuff with you. It didn't automatically transfer to your box.
yeah, and for eating stuff, you had to go get everything for yourself, I think.
Oh gosh,
This better be a Cantor.
And then hammers didn't do KO damage, although
oh gosh.
flinching things was much easier.
So Nick, have we actually figured out the mystery if you can actually cut off heads? In the game?
No, I still have my copy of Japanese Monster Hunter 1, and I really want to see it. I've been looking for the video clip that they showed it in, but 8 was lost in the 2006 world.
Gosh, we need to get down on this. We need to find it out.
I'm just sad, like, why?
Would be amazing.
Why YouTube? Why in 2006 did you destroy everything?
Oh, by the way, guys, I've been also playing some more what's called Ragnarok Odyssey, and actually today I'm going to try record a segment with Brad from Game Critics.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Huh.
Yeah, because he's
that's the
been
Vita
playing-
game, right?
Yes, that's the video game
Okay.
that's coming out, which is kind of like a little bit of a Monster Hunter clone. And I had more time with the game. Not like I haven't played through the entire game. I'm like at level 3 quests right now. I have a better understanding of the game right now. It's there has been like a IGN review that has been posted on our Facebook forums, and I think it's posted quite well. It's not like a bad game, but it's not like very good either. Like it's incredibly repetitive, There are like the entire like all the quests in so far in like 1.3 were like go out there and fight through all of the areas of this level to get to the final area where you defeat like 20 copies of the same enemy over and over again.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's kind of like, Monster Hunter is also sometimes very repetitive. I mean, you fight the same monsters all over and over again, but like the fights often have very different.
The fights themselves are randomized. Like, there's enough of a probability that something weird will happen that it makes every monster you fight feel a little unique.
Yeah, and even if you're fighting, if you're like the small quests, not against the huge monsters, but like gathering items or something like this, even then there is still a probability for something unexpected to happen, like maybe Raytheon lands and suddenly it turns into a Raytheon quest. Or like the way you interact with the world, you gather items, or you have to like follow the little... Or what are the small crawly guys called? The spiders? Yes, exactly, those guys. And they have to drink a specific thing, and then you have to kill them, so they drop a very specific item, stuff like that, There's like much more richness in the world, and you have to kind of pay attention to the world, and each area looks very unique. And that's all of the things that I feel Ragnarok Odyssey is missing. Like, there's also like really annoying stuff with generally, like I'm at level 3 right now. Like 3-star quests, the equivalent of 3-star quests, and I had to change weapon like twice, and I'm still using the armor I had at the beginning. I upgraded it once maybe.
Yikes.
So it's not really like it's not really focusing so much on like editing your character and trying to figure out what kind of equipment do you have. There's like lots of skills I have, but none of the skills actually apply to the problems I have in the game. Like, I'm a little bit more immune to stagger hits, but I'm actually never being staggered by monsters, so it's like, whatever. And even though there are like multiple weapons, like there are like 5 or 6 different types of weapons, even though they still kind of have the same combos almost exactly. Like, it's because in Monster Hunter, when you choose different weapons, the game completely changes, and it's like completely different thing that you have to do. And that's not really the case with Ragnarok Odyssey. You have pretty much the same weapon. The combos are like more, maybe a little bit different, and you have to kind of find out what combo does what. But you're still pressing the same kind of buttons, and you're still doing the same kind of damage generally.
Are the
being said,
enemies? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are the enemies interesting, or do they have like a lot of different attacks? Do you do anything?
The regular enemies are actually super boring, even more boring. I think that are. In Monster Hunter, everything is like dinosaurs kind of stuff. So it's kind of like it's very unique kind of style. In Ragnarok Odyssey, it's like generic Japanese monster, like RPG monsters. So there's like your usual slimes from Dragon Quest.
Really?
Yeah, they're like totally slimes.
Who's the developer for this game?
I'm not really sure. Like, Seed is the publisher.
Okay, but they're the translators, right?
Yeah, and it's supposedly it's some kind of MMO, and it's playing like in the same world as the MMO, so it's kind of like MMO spin-off. I'm not really sure about that. I guess maybe for people who played the original game, maybe that it's more meaningful. But on its own, it just doesn't seem to hold up too much. I must say, the big monsters, the equivalent to the big monsters of Monster Hunter, are kind of interesting because they have like multiple levels. So the way a monster like changes the way it behaves a little bit when it gets enraged in Monster Hunter, they have like maybe 3 different levels of that.
Oh, that's cool.
And they don't derage. So as you begin and you kind of get used to some attacks, but then the monster just flips out and just totally changes its attack patterns and maybe adds some new attack patterns, and the attacks get stronger. And then you get enough damage done in this mode, and then it enters mode 3 or so, where it's even got stronger. And
so it seems even more like a World of Warcraft raid boss.
Is it like this in World of Warcraft?
Yeah, World of Warcraft bosses typically have phases where they'll do a certain type of attack, and so you have to prepare. So you have to bring a pretty robust set of people to like be able to handle each of the phases. And so like World of Warcraft is probably the best way to describe like Monster Hunter, because it's got phasing, and really you're just 4 people fighting in a raid.
Gosh,
But-
this Diablo's just completely destroying me. So I guess it's. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Wow, it's amazing. I survived this. I'm like so lucky. Oh gosh, I gotta get out of here. Oh gosh. I'm really stressed out by this Diablos right now.
Diablo is jerk.
She's he's a tough cookie. Yeah, I guess it's like that because I've been playing alone. I actually really want to get one of our listeners wanted to play this with me, so maybe I play it with Brad, so I can tell you how the multiplayer works. The classes seem to be some kind of encouraged like multiplayer stuff. Like the class I started out with was Magician, and she was like very difficult to play solo.
Late's Roy.
Oh
What?
gosh, what's happened there?
I came in and had a hot drink and got bulldozed.
No hot drinks for you.
Hello.
No.
There's like bows. You can use bows in the game. The hammers are kind of pretty neat because they have like little drills at the end.
Is
So
it like
you
a functioning drill? Does it do a different kind of damage?
Yes, it's drilling. Like you're drilling with a hammer.
Hmm.
It's kind of like very very interesting. But otherwise, the other stuff doesn't seem to be very. I found that I started as a magician and I was having like some troubles, so I switched over to like a great sword, the equivalent of a great sword, which is kind of like the standard.
Oh
weapon.
god. Go away.
My
Go
face.
away.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
no!
hey.
What's no?
want?
Nobody invited you. Go home. You're drunk.
I will. Oh, he's already done bombing.
Yeah, go. Oh, I probably should take
Okay.
it. Well-
Is that like the fire barriers?
Oh, they're both leaving now.
But
Oh, wait.
Oh no. No. Why? Go away.
This happens far too often to me in this game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, it's Putty. You're trolling me. Oh gosh, I burned the steak because
all right,
it was my last steak too. You jerk.
All right, here.
What?
Oops.
Are you giving me a...
Oh.
Nice. What? You're a cool guy. And you can't even eat the steak.
Go away, Barry.
I don't even have like sound cues to listen for this. I have to look for the color change.
My game is lagging real good right now.
Oh man. Well, he's
You got a wind aura.
Yeah. Diablos is dynamite.
She's really tough.
Who knew Diablos can control the air like that?
Yeah, so I know I'm going to talk a little bit about with Brad today evening, and I'm going to post the video online, hopefully together with this episode, to discuss a little bit what makes this Ragnarok Odyssey seem more repetitive, while Monster Hunter seems so more varied in comparison.
Well, I still think that because Capcom is a fighting game maker, which has to plan for a lot of this stuff, that they managed to put a lot more randomness in there, but it's like predictable randomness.
Maybe, but to be honest, like Ragnarok Odyssey has a pretty cool combo system. Like you have like very different kinds of moves depending on what kind of combo you do. I feel like there's even more variety with the kind of attacks you can do with the individual weapons.
Oh,
than
I
Monster Hunter.
completely forgot. I was going to say something about Roy's guide.
Oh yeah. Go
So
ahead.
the thing that amazes me about the guide is like everywhere you look right now, video game companies are closing. People are talking about slower sales, and I think it kind of points to a problem with like the audience that is usually targeted to video games has gotten too small. So the thing that I am entertained by is when products are like, "Hey guys, games kind of are suffering a really sort of terrible stereotype problem right now. Maybe here's a guide to kind of walk you through how to play this game. It's really not hard. It's not manly. It's not overly manly. just this fun game where you get together with a bunch of people and go and fight something.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I really appreciated about the guide, because I really think that it's necessary if we want our hobby to at all continue, because our hobby is typically based on what sells well, and the only thing selling well right now is Halo. So it's sort of like if we want to have variance in our games, we probably need to think about things like that. But
Doritos!
a lot of the problems with that, yeah, and the only reason they sell well is because they originally sold well. And as long as people don't mess up a new version of it, they're just they're printing money, which is fine.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could say that Monster Hunter in itself, at least in Japan, is also kind of a way of printing money.
Yeah.
But I feel like, this what I really like about it is kind of like celebrating complexity in some way, like celebrating depth.
Yeah.
Like this game is like an experience. You have to kind of learn a lot, but hey, here's how you get started. It's really rewarding if you put some effort into it.
And there's like this weird like difference in complexity. So like Japanese games have had a really kind of hard time because they became really easy, because in Japan, inclusion is the thing that everybody wants. In America, the competitive sort of socialization that we go through makes it so that we want difficult games, but not games that are difficult, but games that depend entirely on your abilities as a person. Like your individual abilities.
So it's like you owning everybody's butts.
Yeah. So it's just sort of like somewhere in the middle Monster Hunter is, and that's cool. But it's sort of a shame that like American gamers can't seem to get past the fact that they need to be the best at this game, and they need to go out and pwn some noobs.
Yeah. Yeah, we totally wanted to avoid that feeling.
And I also like the fact that, which fits perfectly into this, that you had like this small section talking a little bit about online etiquette.
Yeah.
Yes.
About, how if you are a hammer guy, then your place is the head, and if you're a cutting guy, then you should be at the tail, and it's like an unspoken like pact between the hunters. And also, you shouldn't launch people into space.
Yeah.
Or super pound when somebody with double swords comes running up to hit Sandberry off. But sometimes things happen, and I launch Noxella.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Wow, nice, good job, guys.
That wasn't
How did
me.
we not break a claw yet? Oh yeah, I somehow stole that KO from you. I don't know how.
No, that was mine.
Nexella.
That was Noxella.
Oh, my bad.
Gosh,
Noxella's
this
always
tail.
in
This
charge.
tail is about to go. We've done so much damage to this tail.
Yeah, and the claws. I feel like I've been wailing on the claws. We only got one broken.
Gosh, we have to concentrate. We have to interrupt our meaningful discussion in order to get this job done.
When the game comes back into our lives.
Oh gosh, Patty, I ate the burnt steak and now I have like almost no stamina.
I gave you a well done steak. Why didn't you?
I know, but I was like, oh, maybe the burnt steak is not so bad after all.
You can cook 10 steaks at once in this game. You just need to get into it.
But I just had one and you spoiled it. Oh gosh, maybe there's like some apinos here somewhere.
Here, come here.
Hey, wait a minute! I'm gonna do this. I'm
come
gonna
back.
be like, I'm gonna be the survivalist. Like Kelby doesn't do any. Okay, I'm gonna come back.
What?
I'm trying to do the survival kind of stuff. Living off the land.
I don't think that works so well.
420, no steaks.
Oh gosh, I cannot even run anymore. Nexella, you're my savior. You're following the etiquette. It's almost as if you've written the guide. Hey, wait a minute, I like totally had like energy drinks as well.
No, that's what I just gave you.
Oh, okay.
I've had these the entire time.
So it's-
I thought I was smart, but it was Nexella that was being smart.
It's dash juice, not just energy juice.
Even better. Now I can run without depleting energy.
Now I can run without tiring.
And you can do demon mode.
With this new kind of ability, I have the key to the city.
Hey, good guy. Good trap, whoever.
Who did the trap?
I put it down.
Sweet.
I was going to guess Noxella since he's the pro player here.
Nope.
Well, Nexella, that would be pretty awesome if Nexella could help me and set up a trap at the same time.
If only I had so many arms. Oh, no.
Nexella can do this. Oh, tail.
He's
Get it.
limping.
Get it, guys! Oh my god!
No, come on!
No! That was awesome!
You killed it in the air, at least.
Wow, I really wish I recorded that now.
Oh man, I hope somebody has better footage than I do.
You have to play that like 8 times in a row. Hard to plur. Although, with my footage, perhaps you won't use it because I have the English patch.
I will totally use it. I don't mind, but please, guys, don't ask us how the English patch works. We really don't want to discuss it on our podcast because we really don't want to endorse like you guys hacking your PSPs.
You just you know how to do it. You go to Google and you type patch.
No, don't do this because you might break your PSP. You might get banned. You get into this entire scene of people pirating games. We just don't want to endorse it on our podcast. Sorry, don't ask us about this. We use it, of course, because we have to.
Sure, that works for me.
But it's your fault if you get into it.
I love the level 2 charge with the hammer.
Yes, hopefully. I'm so looking forward to Freedom Unite. And people have been asking us, of course we are going to do the podcast on Freedom Unite. Not Freedom Unite,
Try Ultimate.
Ultimate. Yes, of course we're going to move on Try Ultimate. When it comes out.
Oh, I gotta take a picture of this kill screen. It's great.
It's going to be all on the podcast. Oh, not yours, I guess.
Is it me? I'm really entertained by this. I'm like in the air, chasing after it. Now I'm going back to the old bug net now. And
Yeah.
now
Alright,
I'm
okay,
going to
that's
the bug
enough,
net.
that's enough. I
Down
understood
to the
that.
mega bug net. And the worm! I'm on the worm, back to the mega bug net. Alright. Can you just do this the whole show?
This is going to be the show. Hey, we're back!
Hello.
Hello, I'm feeling deflated. I'm a deflated.
We've been missing you. Nick has been missing you. He's been feeling deflated because you were gone.
Missing
But now you're back.
No, I should have brought Psycho Serums. Well,
Since you've been gone away.
Oh, I'm so glad these aren't all at once. I thought they were like all
no,
on
that would be
right.
terrible.
Rathian. He's a
Finally,
Rathian.
These first two are together.
Can
though.
I
Finally, Nick is singing.
remember how-
Screw you guys. I'm gonna hunt some Apinos. I need some
What?
raw steaks.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Let's see. How do I even enter? Oh, that's right. It's attack.
Yeah. Let's change it up.
And then R2? Oh no, R1. There we go. Oh, that was the wrong thing to play.
No Apinos here. I'm really
Purple,
disappointed.
yellow, orange, yellow. That's what.
There's Apinos. There is an Apinov family. I'm gonna destroy this family.
Oh.
I just realized I didn't bring
You
in
didn't die.
this.
Oh well.
Oh, that
I'm
was
gonna be
very
super
cool.
duper careful, guys. Possibly.
Have some earplugs, everybody.
Oh, thanks. That's actually really helpful. Oh, that's only low. No.
I know. I'll get there. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you better.
Hey, I just get you.
Oh, nice.
Met you. Yes.
Oh,
Is
that's
anybody
right.
hammering? 'Cause
I can keep playing the same song, can't I?
Not in this one.
All right. Yeah, you can. You just hit the
Oh,
R1
yeah,
button
yeah.
again, and it plays it again. Noxella, what?
What? Rare occurrence. Jeez, save the date. Nexella, what?
Save the
What? I'm flipping out over here.
Good.
I shouldn't have.
Element.
I
Don't
shouldn't
worry
have
about
gone for the family, for the Apinov family. I should have protected
about it.
Nexella.
Purple, orange, yellow, orange. I remember this one.
I'm amazed, Nexella. Are you okay?
Yeah.
How's your pride?
Okay.
Have some element.
Are you the real
pride up,
Nexella?
everybody.
I'm not the real Noxella. I'm just a tribute.
Oh gosh, I was wondering. Hey, jeez, even more Epinos.
Are we egging or are we following?
I don't know how I feel about it.
Follow it, because I'm right there. And so is
Okay.
Christian. Although I didn't carve the tail.
I'm just destroying this Epinoff family. I'm just making dysfunctional families. Oh, there's a monster in the background. Great.
Leave one child alive and maybe it'll become like Batman. Seek
That's
vengeance
awful.
later in life.
Batman Epinos, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to this. And I will be Joker with my what's it called? Devil Draw armor. Why so serious?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Joker from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I never saw this series. What's Full Alchemist about?
Alchemist.
You just imagine sad things,
I imagine sad things all the time.
and I don't think that the kind of sad you're imagining is the kind of sad Full Metal Alchemist contains.
But it sounds kind of like steampunkish.
I guess you could call it steampunkish.
Sad steampunk. It's
Like, imagine your
Very
mother
close.
dies, right? And you're like, you know what? There's this alchemy in the world. I could bring my mother back from the dead. And then you're like, wait, but so
Pet
that
Cemetery.
yeah, so
Oh no.
what?
so you try to bring your mom back, but then you realize, oh, if something comes into this world, something has to leave this world.
Oh, so my dad has to die
What?
for my mother.
No, like you lose your arm and your leg, and like your brother loses his entire
What?
body, and
She's
so,
already limping. She's limping. My mother's limping. No, this monster's limping.
So you freak out, and you're like, "Oh God, what can I do?" And then you bind your brother's soul to like this suit of armor, and you're like, "You know, this is probably bad." And so then you're like, "Well, you know, that was." Oh, I said a bad word. So, you know, with that being sad and all, what else can we do? Well, let's
No.
try to destroy an entire town of people at once. So,
Okay, that sounds like
happens.
anime. That sounds like anime indeed.
I really, like, that's only the tip of the iceberg with how much sadness.
Oh no.
Oh wow! Wow! 2 deaths already. We need to be careful, even though she's already dead almost.
Well, we just need to trank her. Oh,
Oh, she's dead. No, she's tranked. Nice. Well done, guys.
This is not looking promising at this rate.
That wasn't well done.
There's a tail up here, by the way.
What?
Tail up here.
Oh, tail. Where tail?
yeah, you can get some more potions.
Nice. No, wait a minute. That's not the tail. Where's it? Oh, there's. You mean upstairs where she
Yeah.
started out? The saddest anime I've ever saw was probably
Fruits Basket?
Serial. No, I haven't heard
You
that.
know, I saw all of that show. I hate to admit it.
Serial
It's a good
What's
show.
it called? What's it called?
Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
It's about
It sounds.
a woman.
It doesn't sound very sad.
A woman who meets the most terrible possible family,
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
and then tries to make the best of it.
Well, Flight of the Fireflies.
Oh, Grave of the Fireflies? Yeah.
Grave of the
Oh,
Fireflies.
yeah, yeah.
That's super sad. That always makes me cry.
So that one kind of goes for like the punch, you know, like
Yeah,
bam, this is sad. But
like this is like this goes straight for the jugular.
like Full Metal Alchemist is sort of like a sort of slow burning kind of. You're just really depressed and don't really want to think about it.
So another anime I saw that was also like super depressing was Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah, well, that show was basically the same thing in The Matrix and also Neon Genesis Evangelion. So I guess I
Well,
sort of expected that.
Okay. So Full Metal Alchemist is like Serial Experiments Lane in steampunk.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I really need to watch this
It's-
now. I'm really curious now.
I really recommend it. It's really kind of an amazing show.
Huh.
It's just that it is incredibly sad.
You should watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, not the original one.
No, I didn't want to.
Why?
I just wanted it to end there.
No. It's better.
It ends
Brotherhood is better.
tonight.
Is it
Yeah,
better?
it's the actual original thing, as the comic artist intended.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I didn't read the
Speaking of-
manga. I guess I should have.
Speaking of Brotherhood, has anybody played
Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed
No.
yet?
My friend said that the story is not that great.
Well, I kind of, what I really respect about Assassin's Creed series in general is that they always set everything in like this historic environments. So it's actually a very cool way to get people like interested in like historic settings, like certain historic periods.
Uh-oh, guys. I'm going to need help here. Oh, God.
Oh gosh,
on
oh
it.
god, I don't have anything that can help you. Oh
I'm on
god.
it.
You didn't bring teamwork potions?
No, I'm not a very teamwork
Wow.
kind of guy.
Get out of here. Your kind is not
Sorry.
welcome.
I will change. I can change.
okay.
I can change. Everybody can change. If I can change, then you can
Man,
change.
don't make fun of
Then
that
everybody
speech.
can
That
change.
speech is amazing.
I love it.
The only speech that's better in Rocky is in Rocky Balboa, where he's talking to his son.
Oh, I haven't
He's
seen
like,
that.
"Say, like punches you in the face, you just take it. You keep punching. You gotta keep on punching."
Oh man, I'm getting teared up already.
Everyone's disappearing
Like,
into
wow.
the other area.
Come with us. Who is John Galt?
John Galt is a terrible person.
What were you talking about? Oh yes, Assassin's Creed. Yes, I was playing at the Gamescom. I was playing the Vita version, which I was actually interested in. But that thing I was very disappointed in. It had a really really low frame rate. But otherwise, it's such a great game. I mean, it's a black female protagonist, and it's like Assassin's Creed, but in the palm of your hand. So it's like really just an amazing concept and.
See,
And,
I can't deal with those games. I just can't deal with them anymore.
What was the problem?
I'm on like franchise fatigue with Assassin's Creed. It's just
yeah.
one game a year. It's too much. Like
It's too much,
they're
yeah.
good. I agree that they're good and they're well made, but I don't know. I can't buy that many games a year or each year. You know?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
what
I
makes me
still
sad
have the
about
second
them-
game.
What makes me sad about
Yeah.
them is like the random like, here's all of this culture that's going on, but like you only speak English, except for every once in a while where it's like. You suddenly say Mikasa, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it must be in Spain." Ah!
it's me.
That's a really good point.
calzone, spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, it would be really nice if the whole game was just in whatever language it was supposed to be in.
It would cost.
You can actually set like the second game, the one that was in Italy, the first time in Italy. You could set it on Italian,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and people actually preferred.
I-
a lot
that's
of
what I
people
did,
preferred
yeah.
it.
Huh.
The thing that I love about Assassin's Creed actually is the multiplayer. I think that multiplayer
Yeah,
is
Multiplayer is
yeah.
pretty
amazing.
fun.
Had,
I gotta
they have
agree.
some really good ideas. Yeah.
It's the game I hope Spy Party tries to emulate.
Oh, I think it's going to be even better.
I grabbed a Psycho Serum from the box, so as soon as whoever's next pops up, I will try to tell you guys where he is.
Next is
Sweet.
I'm
Green
gonna.
Nargacuga.
Do you think like Psycho Serum is like drugs?
Don't worry about it.
That's why it's called the Psycho Serum.
Oh, it's in 7, which
I'm
looks
there.
like...
I'm on it,
Yeah.
boss.
I'm on it, boss. I'm gonna just follow you
Heh.
because I have no idea where 7 is. Not in from the top of my head.
It's the place before the
It's-
nest.
Over there.
Ah, I see. So the game I was like, just recently amazed by was GTA on the DS, like GTA
Oh yeah,
Chinatown
that's
Wars.
a pretty game.
You should link
Oh, man.
Brainy Gamer's post about Chinatown Wars right.
Oh, I should read it.
now.
It's there it goes. It's really such an amazing game, and it didn't sell so well apparently.
No, because it's. I actually had a really long discussion about this when I was on his podcast.
Ah.
It was a game made for a demographic that doesn't buy Game Boys.
Yeah,
that makes
like
sense.
Adults, teenage adults demographic who are like trying to show that they're adult now and dealing with the difficult subjects with like the killing gangsters and drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Am I right?
They catch me riding dirty.
Well, what?
Nothing.
I'm confused.
Don't
I'm
worry
confused. I'm not worrying about it. It's already forgot. No, but that's actually also I was wondering. Like, there's so much drugs and crime in this game. Like, GTA is such a game for teenagers.
Yeah, it is.
Like as adult people, you just don't care so much about that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But as teenagers, like, yeah, I'm an adult now. I'm dealing with this difficult subjects. Like, yeah, drugs and screw the cops, legalize it.
Ice Cube was right.
Yeah, my homies.
Or wait, was that Ice-T? It was Ice-T.
But actually, you can be a drug dealer in this game. And there's like there was this old game like on the Commodore called Drug Wars or Dope Wars.
That was on that was the first game that all the kids played in like high school.
Yeah, I had a very fond memory. I used to have like a Palm 5, like a Palm Pilot, back in the days when I was in high school, which I bought like from a job I had as a kid. And then I had like Dope Wars installed on it, and we had like a excursion together with like for 2 weeks with our entire class, and we used to play for high score on this game. We used to like pass around the Palm Pilot in the bus and try to like top each other's scores, and it was really amazing. We like figure out totally like the cool strategies in this game. It's a really great game to teach you like economics.
See, for me, that game, the game that everyone else played was Scorched Earth.
Oh yes, yeah, totally, yeah. Oh wow, the tail! We finally got the tail! The tail! Oh, le bleu, cordon bleu!
Cordon bleu? What?
Sacre bleu!
Your European accents are impressive.
Très dangereux.
Mi français is perfect. Oh wow!
There's no escape.
Wow, even limping away.
Guy.
No escape. Are you going to capture him, or are we going to just kill him?
I don't really care about his parts.
We don't care.
Well,
if
you only get potions anyway.
What?
Oh, what? What happened? What?
Man, and I used a life powder.
Did we both die?
Oh, no, who
You
died?
both. Oh man, I saw that and I used the life powder, but it was too late.
Did we actually have
already
like
had
4 deaths that time?
Yeah, that was very
We had it.
effective.
We almost had it, guys.
We were like halfway, maybe.
If we edit it out, will people believe it that we actually did it?
No.
That was awesome.
You killed it in the air, at least.
Wow, I really wish I recorded that now.
That was
Okay, that's-
great,
They're, like,
guys. Did
much
you see
later.
that?
Well done.
Echo?
Okay, psst, you guys, we know.
Oh,
we
that was a
pretend we
gold
did it.
crown
Wow.
Raytheon.
Wow, that was a really, really close call at the end, but we did it. I'm
No, we
glad
have
we
to
got
do
the
it
tail.
again.
Who knew that Pekka could turn into a devil, Joe?
So, we are going to wrap this podcast up. Give me a bing, somebody.
Bing!
Sweet! These are the wonderful websites where you can visit us, and the best way to visit us is, of course, the Facebook website, and, of course, our Twitch TV channel, which we stream regularly. This time we didn't stream because weird stuff going on. Anyway,
Because we wanted to surprise everybody.
give me one more bing.
Bing!
And so, wow, 2 bings. So first of all, of course, we want to feature Roy's guide. Again, Roy, where people can buy this guide?
Our site is weloveculty.com, and there's also, we're on Twitter at weloveculty.
By the way, guys, a cool shout out. We have a special promotion prepared for you. You can go to Wheel of Culty and enter the code TEAMWORK to receive a 30% off your order. And that offer is good until the 17th of November. So go there now and check it out.
I'm also on Twitter at Kotowari, and my website is kotowari.org. All the places you can find me.
So what was their last My Fair Hunter podcast episode about?
Oh, it was actually, we had our social night last Thursday, which was like we hunted with people who watched the show, and we tried to have like a
sweet.
Halloween theme.
Oh, wow.
And most excitingly, Sarah got to HR 50, so she...
Oh, wow!
Yeah, so it's getting close to the big finale.
Oh, man, congratulations to her. That's a huge milestone.
It is, yes. So,
Yes. And also we have like some videos up about, hopefully we'll have some videos out about, what is this called? Odyssey?
Secret.
Ragnarok Odyssey, that's the name. I always forget it. Yes, so we will have some videos about this so we can learn all about it and what's awesome about it and what's maybe not so awesome about it. And if it's something that you really want to have, if you have a Vita, or maybe if it's something that you want to have a Vita for, that's the questions we are going to address maybe in this video that is going to be posted right now. Are there some other interesting videos that we should highlight?
Well, I'm sure that we will have another Lost Planet video coming out, which we need to...
Oh, yes! What is the Lost Planet video, the current one?
13, I think, is the one that's out, so 14 will be coming soon.
There's going to be another wonderful Lost Planet video that you should check out and you should visit right now and watch. These videos are wonderful, and people are really not appreciating the kind of effort we put into the descriptions of those videos. or the effort, the kind of effort Nick puts into the descriptions of these videos, because they are amazing. They completely supersede the entire video. The video is like a commentary to the commentary, actually.
Oh, it's episode 13 just came out, so 14 is the one that we were on.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. I think 14 is is the 16 the final one? Yes. No. The 17 is the final one, so 16 is going to be the one that I'm really looking forward to it, because I think it's the best one. It's the one when you dangle from a rope as like Spider-Man.
Yeah. That was a strange glitch. That
I wanted to Spider-Man kiss you right there, but I haven't noticed it. So that's it for today's episode, and we're gonna be back next week. Until then, we wish you good hunt, good luck, and remember, I got a fever, and this prescription is more cowbell. Cowbell, you know the
Yeah.
SNL?
Yeah, but
what?
I give it a 2.
Let's not talk about that ever again.
It's 2 out of 10.